I made $1 million on Bitcoin and lost it again. Bitcoin loses roughly 50% of its value in one day. This man loses his entire savings when cryptocurrencies plunged. An estimated $400 billion has been wiped off the value of major cryptocurrencies since January. What you just saw are examples of some very unfortunate people who thought that they would go out there and make millions of dollars with a very dangerous coin, which is Bitcoin. Yes, I know Bitcoin has made a lot of people money in the past before. Some people have made millions, if not billions of dollars with Bitcoin. And theoretically, it could also do the same thing for you. But there are a couple of reasons why you will never make any money with Bitcoin and end up losing your entire investment with it. I'm also going to share with you my top tips for investing profitably with Bitcoin, so be sure to stick with me till the end of this video so you can get all the necessary details, especially if you have been thinking about investing with Bitcoin for a while now. And really, if you can't invest about 5 minutes of your time to watch this whole video, then you shouldn't even be investing with your money at all. Because as you know, time is our most valuable asset, and of course we should invest it wisely as well. So if you're feeling like that really smart investor who invests his time and money wisely, go ahead and prove it by hitting that like button super hard right now. But really, hitting the like button is going to help me a lot with this video, and it's also going to help this video reach other people out there who want to see it as well. And also hitting the like button will help YouTube show you more of my videos that will help you make more money in the future. So yeah, thanks for the like, and let's jump right into the video. Now you might be surprised or confused about why so many people are just so interested in buying Bitcoin and what all the hype is about, but it's no surprise because Bitcoin is a really valuable coin. You could go out and buy about $2,000 to $3,000 worth of Bitcoin today, and tomorrow it could be worth $5,000 to $10,000 on the same investment. That's exactly why so many people are interested in buying Bitcoin, and why it's theoretically really easy to earn money as well passively just by having your money in Bitcoin. Because of course, why would you want to have your money in dollars or in physical currency when the potential with that is really low compared to something like cryptocurrency? Having your investment in Bitcoin means you could have about $10,000 today, and tomorrow it could be worth over $50,000 to $100,000. And now you can go and live that rich lifestyle, buy a yacht, and play golf for the rest of your life. That, or your investment goes completely sideways and you end up losing all your money. Which is why if you already invest in Bitcoin, you absolutely have to take serious caution, because cryptocurrency is a really volatile coin. Yes, it is the hottest cryptocurrency on the market right now, and it could turn you into a mega millionaire overnight, but at the same time, it could turn you completely broke overnight. You see, just like any other cryptocurrency out there, Bitcoin is a very volatile coin. And what that means is that the price fluctuates so rapidly that it's almost impossible to predict where it's gonna go next. And with all the analysts predicting that the price of Bitcoin is about to skyrocket to over $100,000 in the next coming years, this seems like the best or the perfect time to invest in Bitcoin. Or is it? And more importantly, is it safe to invest your hard-earned money into this very dangerous coin? Now with Bitcoin, just like any other cryptocurrency or any other asset out there, depending on your level of experience, you might make or lose money. That's just basically how it all is. And as I mentioned before, because of its really high volatility, Bitcoin is super hard to trade and really difficult to predict. Back in 2017, Bitcoin was valued at around $4,000 for one Bitcoin. But within a couple of months, close to the end of 2017, the price of Bitcoin grew all the way from $4,000 to over $20,000 for a single Bitcoin. And no one, of course, saw that coming. It was really sudden, and that of course made a few lucky people millionaires because they got in at the right time, and then their investments just blew up and they were able to cash out with a really fat profit. But then out of nowhere, a couple months later, the same Bitcoin crashed all the way below $4,000 to about $3,800 for a single Bitcoin, which is lower than where it was before that giant spike. This is why you can never actually time the crypto market or predict anything, because the price is too volatile for anyone to track or really predict accurately. Right now, the current price of Bitcoin is hovering around $11,800 for a single Bitcoin, and anything can happen to that number in the next few hours or the next few days or months. Like, you might go and buy about $500 worth of Bitcoin right now, and in a couple hours something crazy happens, and then Bitcoin skyrockets rockets to 100% in growth and you get to walk away with a really fat profit. It can definitely happen, and it has happened in the past for a few lucky investors who got in at the right time and were able to walk away with a great profit. But of course, as investors, the greed factor comes in, where you think that it's only going to continue trending up, and then you put all your investments and all your earnings back into buying more Bitcoin, and then everything goes sideways and you lose everything. Maybe the price of Bitcoin crashes all the way down and stays there for months and months. So the million-dollar question then comes, which is, what exactly is the best way to invest in Bitcoin? Well, there's two very important things you absolutely have to keep in mind when you're investing with Bitcoin. And the first thing is never ever try to predict the market. I know you've probably heard that phrase a lot of different times from a bunch of other YouTube videos and probably with other topics as well. It also applies here because just like any other asset that you're trading online, you can never actually time the market or try to get in at a perfect time. There's never actually a perfect time to get into anything, and if you try to do that, it's most likely not going to work for you and you might end up with a loss. I mean, sure, you can try to look at the charts all day, but good luck trying to find out when the next bull ride is going to happen. It's possible there's people out there who are day trading Bitcoin profitably, but there's a really few number of people who can do that successfully. But as a beginner, you really don't want to mess with that, because at that point you're probably just gambling all your investments away because you don't know what you're doing and you're not even sure exactly why you're buying or selling your Bitcoin stocks. But I don't want you guys to go end up like the countless Robinhood investors who ended up with hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in debt because of their greed in investing and not knowing exactly what they were doing, and also forgetting to hit the like button. So definitely do not be like them. And the second point is, if you're a complete beginner, avoid day trading or shorting techniques with Bitcoin. Now, this is just my personal opinion, but I would not recommend you go out to try to day trade Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency for that matter because of point number one. Especially with Bitcoin, I think the best way to invest is to buy and hold until it appreciates in value, and then you can sell it off at a later date. This is a really popular investment strategy that's also used by other people out there who trade gold and stuff like that, because it operates within an investment portfolio and acts as a hedge against market volatility. And what that means is that it helps you minimize risk and overall loss of your entire portfolio due to gamble trading or day trading. Imagine if you bought just $100 worth of Bitcoin on the first year that it came out. You would be a millionaire by now, or possibly be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, because you bought that Bitcoin and you held it for years, and now it's worth a lot more than it was. But imagine if you'd taken that same $100 and day traded Bitcoin every single day till this point. You probably would not have made anything close to what you would have made if you had just bought it and held for a long time. You see, this is why this strategy works so well. It even works really well with stocks as well, because the best way to really get the best out of your money and minimize risk is to buy and hold until it appreciates to a value that you're comfortable with, and then you can sell that anytime you want. And using this strategy, you're really not concerned about anything that happens with the market. Even though the price goes up or goes down, you're really not concerned, because it will grow over time. Because yes, analysts do say that the price of Bitcoin is about to go up, but there's always going to be people out there who want to day trade it and try to get their profits in really fast. And I would not recommend doing that, because it is really hard to do that for a beginner, and you could end up losing your money because you really don't know what you're trading and exactly how Bitcoin works behind the scenes. Bitcoin isn't like actual money where you get to trade in and buy stuff with it. It's all zeros and ones behind those computers that mine it, and you have to be really careful because, like we've already discussed, it's really volatile and unpredictable. Another reason I do recommend buying and holding your Bitcoin is because the price of Bitcoin will always increase with the more demand that it gets. It's kind of like the law of supply and demand in economics. The more demand that a product gets, the more that its price is going to increase because of its perceived value. So of course, more and more people will be interested in buying more Bitcoin in the future, and the more that demand grows, the more the price of Bitcoin is also going to grow. And so really your best bet is to buy Bitcoin right now and hold it as long as possible until it gets to the point where you think you want to sell and cover all your profits. But I'm going to close this off here and say that if you're only interested in really short-term investments and you want your money as fast as possible, maybe you want to invest today and cash out by next week or next month, then probably Bitcoin is not for you. You might want to look into day trading stocks or Forex or other currency pairs and stuff like that, because you could be looking at 3 to 6 months or even 9 months or up to a year of holding your Bitcoin investments. And if you can't wait that long, maybe Bitcoin investment isn't for you right now. But of course, investing in stocks and currency pairs do have their own problems, which I can cover in another video. So let me know down in the comment section if you guys do want me to make a video talking about the best ways to invest in Forex or currency pairs and stocks. And I will do my best to put that video out there for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some tips on how to invest in Bitcoin profitably. If it did, be sure to hit that like button super duper hard right now. It's going to help me a lot with this video. If you're new here and you don't want to miss my next video, hit the subscribe button right down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video.